Hi, fellow traders. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I'm sorry I didn't get to do a recap video from last week because iBoss was down all weekend. I couldn't log in. I couldn't download my trades, so I couldn't get anything to profitably so I could get my stats and all that stuff. And I really didn't feel like doing all that by hand. You know, I had way too much to do to try to help me get better than crunching numbers. So didn't really get into doing that, but hopefully they get this thing fixed and we get going in the right direction here. But this is the message that I wanted to share with you guys this weekend. Don't downgrade your dreams just to fit your reality. Upgrade your conviction to match your destiny. You know, too often, we get beat down, we get discouraged, we get depressed, disappointed in what we're doing. And we just start dropping our dream, bringing our dream a little bit closer to us, and just making it smaller and smaller and smaller. When we should be upgrading ourselves. We should do what we need to do in order to reach that level so that we can be the person we need to be to get there. You see, none of us, when we start any journey, are the person we need to be to get to the end. We're not. It's the bumps and bruises we get, the disappointments, the struggles, everything that beats us down along the way. That's what strengthens us and helps develop us into the person we need to be in order to get to that next level. So that's our what we have to do every day, is to try to do whatever we need to do to upgrade ourselves. I mean, think about how many times have we upgraded our cell phone in the last 4 years? Every time the new iPhone comes out, every time the new Galaxy comes out, we're online or we're calling, when can we upgrade? Or how much would it cost if we upgrade early? We want the newest phone, the fastest phone, the one that has the most memory. But yet, when we start not cutting the mustard, when we start becoming a little bit slow, we don't upgrade ourselves. We try to lower our goals, and that doesn't work. It's not going to work here in trading, because in trading you're gonna have to continue to grow. You're gonna have to continue to develop. I don't care how good you are. I don't care how long you traded. There's gonna come times where things are gonna get tough for you. And if you aren't up to the task, if you're not at the point where you're able to upgrade yourself, it's not going to happen for you. So don't downgrade your dreams, your goals, or anything just to fit your reality. Just because we're trading, you have a couple of dollars to trade with, that you don't have all of this money. That doesn't mean you can't reach the goal that you have set for yourself. If you want to be a millionaire, you can be a millionaire. That's my goal. Okay, if it takes me 20 years to do it, then so be it. But I'm going to continue to upgrade me so that I can be the person to get there. So that I could sit back and say, hey, I did it. And now I'm going to, raise it again. I'm going to get another goal. And I'm going to continue to upgrade myself, continue to be a better person. So, guys, I know you may not be the person you need to be. You probably aren't. And I'm not putting you down, because I was the same way. I'm still not the person I need to be a millionaire. I'm not. So I'm constantly upgrading myself. I'm constantly trying to do things to better myself and to get to the next level. That's what it's all about for me. So just wanted to share that with you. This is what I'm trying to do to help those, all you guys that are in the trading psychology workshop. This is what it's about. It's about upgrading yourself. It's helping you figure out who you are and what you need to be a successful trader. And then work on using your emotions to help get you there. You can't trade without emotion. We can't trade like Iceman. Our emotion is what protects us. It's what keeps us going in the right direction. What we have to do is understand how to use it to help us reach our dreams. So we have to upgrade how we manage our emotions. Just simple things like that is going to help you reach your goal. Now, before I go over my trades, there's a couple of things I want to share with you at the end that is very important. One is an update to one of the things that we're doing. Another one is about me. So I'm going to share that with you after I do the talk about the trades and some stocks today. All right, so this is the trades I took today. Now it's funny, I was sitting here thinking last week, all of these small cap stocks are moving. I'm gonna start looking at some lower price stocks and try to catch some of those good moves they're making. So of course the first day I try to do it, we don't get the follow through. We get small moves. I think the first move I got was 50 cents. And then I stopped out on 25 cents on the next one, but did not get the follow through I was looking for. Now, I know what you're saying before you even ask me. I thought you always say never short into support, but that's exactly what I did here. And the main reason I did it was because I was trying to see if my platform worked and allowed me to take a trade. That was the first thing. But I waited until I got a halfway decent setup to take it. The other reason was, and I hate to admit it, I didn't have the 9 on that chart. And so I didn't see it until after I got in and I switched and I looked at the other chart and I was like, dog, I shorted into the 9. But that was fine because I only had a 10-cent stop. I had no, I didn't really have any conviction that this would work, but it was rejecting and I wanted to get in. This red line, this is an opening range high here that it put in over here. So this isn't really a level I used in pre-market. It was strictly off to 20 here. And it actually worked. We faded the VWAP and everything. And I was looking for it to get down to 9, but it didn't. It started to hang around here, so I went ahead and took it off because we were getting close to the open anyway. So I went ahead and took it off, and we got the open here. We started to run up in the open. Here's the first 5-minute candle. We sold off and then got bought all the way back up. That's where it put in this 5-minute opening range high. Sold off a little bit. So this candle opened and started to sell off. And as it got bought back up, this should have been my entry point. This was the ideal entry here if I was going to go long, because we were over the 9, over the VWAP, over the 20. This was a good case to make for getting in a little bit early, anticipating the 5-minute opening range break. Whenever you see me get in early, this is how I make a case. That we came down, tested this, got bought back up. I'm over all of this. In that case, I'll use the body and not the wick, and we'll go from there. But I kind of waited on this, took it over the traditional opening range high, got it. We started to push up. There was a level here around 1020, 1019, 1020 that I thought we had enough volatility to get through that, at least to 1050, which is where I was going to take some off at. But we turned around and quickly pulled back and ended up just taking it off. We were coming back. I think this stock was pretty much done. And it kind of traded sideways most of the day. I think eventually it sold off a little bit, but it kind of stayed in this opening range pretty much all day, which is typically what happens after the secondary move, especially if the secondary move fails. It's just going to stay there. So that was all I did today. Nothing much. Nothing major. I didn't want to get caught in a trade and not have any buying power. Now that's happened to me in the past where iBoss was messed up. My buying power was messed up. I was trading anyway while they were working on it. And I went to get out of a trade. I couldn't because it kept saying I didn't have any buying power. And that was, crazy. So I didn't want to go through that again. So I just kind of sat out after this. I guess had this continued to work, I probably would have traded this little stock here and not exposed myself too much, but just didn't work out. Now we did have a trade on our watch. This was the other stock on our watch list. This EXEL. This was real nice. The problem with this, and what's another thing that's frustrating about SureTrader, is that they cater to new traders, to new, inexperienced traders. So they're going to have safeguards in place to protect themselves from the mistakes of the new traders. Because it'd be so easy, them giving all of this margin, and we end up spending more money than we owe. Spending all of the capital and then some. Then we end up owing them money, and that doesn't work out too well. So they have to protect themselves. So I understand why they restrict margin on certain stocks that are volatile. But it's frustrating to us when we're trying to start out and grow our small account, because this stock was on zero margin or 100% margin restriction, meaning all we could use was the money in our account. So if we had $1,500, there's no way we could get enough shares for this really to make sense to trade. So this is a stock that, even though it made a huge move, it was out of play for us because we couldn't use margin. Now, if I had $8,000 to $10,000 in margin, then yeah, we could take 300-400 shares of this and really work this trade. But that's one of the things that we have to pay attention to. And also one of the things that hurts a lot of new traders, because they don't really make a viable trading plan before they actually get in the stock. When you're building your trading plan, that's when you're looking at, well, how much profit can I make? How much do I risk? All of this is what's important. And this is what I try to teach as you're learning how to trade a small account. It's not a limiting mindset. and you're not downgrading your dreams or your goals of making $1 million or making however much you want to make, you're doing what you need to do to get you there. And this is what you have to do to get you there. Because like I always say, if you can't make $50 a day, there's no way you're going to be able to make $200 a day or get to $500 a day or even $1,000 a day. You have to learn how to build your trade plans. Not trade somebody else's alerts, because that's not trading. That's gambling. You have to establish your own trade plan. If somebody calls out a stock, you look at it. I like that setup. Build your own trade plan. And if that trade plan makes sense to you, trade it. If it doesn't, don't. It's just that simple. But when we get stocks like this and we just have to let it go, then we just have to let it go. We can't sit here and get mad and cry, bitch, and moan and complain about SureTrader because they restrict their margin. They're doing what they have to do, just like we need to do what we have to do. Okay, and we can't, if we're going to be traders, then we can't be whiners and whine and cry about the circumstances we have to work on. You either want to do it or you don't. And I either want to trade or I don't want to trade. Or either I want to help guys and teach people how to do this, or I don't. And I do. Teaching is my passion. And I can merge the two. This is a dream job for me. All right, so we did have one stock that we could have nailed. PCG, this wasn't on our gap scan or our watch list, but this hit our opening range low scan. And we also, had lost the VWAP here. We rejected VWAP. We lost it, tried to get back over it, rejected it again. 5-minute opening range low. And this thing washed out big time. No margin restriction on this stock. Yeah, it's a $50 stock. But we could easily have gotten 100 to 150 shares of this in our account. And we could have scaled out in three exits of 50. You don't know. Hindsight is easy to tell what to do. Because coming down, you don't know whether you're going to reverse here. You don't know, I might have got out and got back in. Who knows? Here's a reversal here, right back to VWAP. This is just what we look for. If we can latch on to a stock like this every day and maximize the first and the second move, our day is done. We can sit back and just listen to other people, try to make money going into the afternoon. But this is what it's all about. These are the type moves that I could nail day in and day out that got me to where I am. It's what helped me work my way out of my job and to do this full time. It's finding these things. And they're out there. They're going to start coming. We're in earnings season, so we're going to start seeing these more. And that's why I'm looking for a strong fourth quarter. Yeah, I'm disappointed in the market the first 2 weeks, but I'm seeing some excitement. I'm seeing some things move here. I'm just hoping that my health doesn't sideline me too long to where I can't really take advantage of what's going on. But things are about to take off. One way or the other, it's about to take off. We just need to be on the right side of things. All right, so I told you guys I got a couple of announcements that I want to share with you. But just wanted to kind of talk to you about what I was seeing in the market. This week, what I'm looking to expect. and really looking to end this quarter on a strong note. All right, so some of you know I started the swing trading part several months ago, and we've just been adding to it, taking it to the next level. That's what we've been working on. So one of the changes that we're making, is I'm adding to it. I'm not taking away. I'm adding to it, and everybody that's already a part of it, you're going to continue to be a part of it. You're going to continue to get everything that I add. So it's just a matter of you learning the simple, consistent strategies that I use for short-term swings. Now, the market has been real funny the last couple of weeks, maybe the last month, and we haven't gotten huge moves. We've gotten some moves. They haven't really followed through as strong as we like to see, but that's just the cycle that the market is in. But they're consistent. They offer great risk reward, and they don't require you to hold for weeks and weeks and weeks. This is a 2 to 4 day type strategy that I'm looking at, that we look at. But it's 7 live direct instruction classes. It includes live mentoring, meaning I'm there talking to you, answering questions. If you get stuck and we need to Skype for a minute, that's what I'm here for. Whatever you need, that's what I'm here to do, is to help you get through this. But it doesn't help you if you don't take advantage of it. But the option is there for you. We do weekly live watch list strategy sessions. On Sunday mornings, we kind of look at the market, do our scans, look at some stocks that we want to watch for this week, that we want to see set up Monday or Tuesday, that we can be out of by Friday. So that happens every Sunday morning. If you're not there, we record it, so you're able to watch the recording later that day. We're doing morning sessions in the swing room right now. It's just from 9 to 10 o'clock. We're talking about the stocks that we are going to watch that morning. I'll announce the entries when I take them. If I make an entry, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be within that first hour. And that's, why we had a room open. Other than that, we'll just be sitting there looking at everybody's name in the room. So if there's a question or whatever, I'm in the main room and you can ask me there. But this just gives us, some time in the morning, like I do with the day trade watch list and stuff. This gives us time before the market opens to talk about the stocks that we're watching, or ask questions, or whatever we need to do that's related to swing trading. Now, as it grows, it'll probably stay open longer and longer, if there are more things that we need to do. But right now, it's just about getting set up every morning and kind of looking at the things that we need to look at. Because if you're going to swing trade, you're not supposed to watch the market all day. You get in, you set your stop, you get in, get your entry, set your stop, and then you can look at it at lunch, look at it at the end of the day, see where we're at. But other than that, we can't micromanage swing trades. So I'm trying not to facilitate micromanagement. I will be sharing my small swing account live stream in there too. Probably starting at the beginning of the month. I have a small account starting with $1,500 in it. That's going to be a little tough because you can only use 2-to-1 margin overnight. but it is doable. That's how I started swing trading. So, I'm going to show you how I do it. How to find the right stocks to trade doing that. Now, obviously, if you have more money, the sky's the limit. We're going to look at all of these stocks. But just what I'm trading and what I'm demonstrating, you'll be able to see that. You also get access to the Trading Psychology Workshop. That's the 4-session workshop that helps you understand who you are as a trader so that you can develop and upgrade yourself and build the skills that you need to be a successful trader and to use your emotions to your advantage and not let them cripple you. Big thing, you get lifetime access. So if I change stuff up, like when I first started this, I didn't have the weekly watch list session. That's something I added along the way. And I didn't charge anybody anymore for it. I'm starting to do morning sessions in the room, in the swing/classroom. I'm gonna start sharing my account. So when I enter, you'll see me enter and set my stop, and you'll know where all that stuff is. I didn't offer access to this Trading Psychology Workshop, but everybody gets all of this. They don't have to pay another dime. So once you join, you'll never pay another dime. So these are the enhancements that I made to the swing trading, and it's still $6.99. That price is not going to change because it's not about the money. It's about me giving you what you need. That's what you pay me for. That's the money I earn. It's about giving you what you need. It's not about selling you a video and telling you to watch it. That's not the way to be successful in this. All right, so last thing I want to share with you, I got my diagnosis today. Never heard of this before. Never ever heard of this before, but the picture the doctor showed me was a lot more prettier than this. I probably should have took a picture of that model and brought it, but it's called cavernous sinus thrombosis. I actually have a blood clot that's causing some issues, and it's causing it to block. That's where the severe headaches come from. So I've got to go to one more specialist, and they're looking at my x-rays I took today. So we'll see if I have to get cut or not. They're thinking I might have to have an operation to get that cleared up. If they're going to try to treat it with some medicine, some antibiotics, because they say the infection is what causes it. So we'll see. But I'm not sure how this medicine is going to affect me. So I'm going to have to take it slow these next couple of days while I wait to see, what's going to happen. But if I do have to get surgery, I already talked to them about trying to have it on Friday so that I won't miss, a week of trading. But we'll just see how that goes. So I'll keep you guys up to date on that. So if, I wake up and I've got this serious headache and I sound like I did Friday, that's what it is. It's all has to deal with my sinuses. It's I've had bad allergies. I don't know why. I love the South. I don't know why I'm allergic to everything in it. But not gonna leave, so they're gonna have to fix this. All right, so just wanted to share that with you guys. So we will get back at this tomorrow. I don't know if we'll see. Hopefully they'll have everything worked out, and we can trade freely tomorrow. So have a great night, great evening, and I will see you guys in the morning.